Hello. Right, welcome to the last part of this discovering our senses. This is about the kinesthetic sense. But before we get on to that, I'd like to hope that this course has helped us to see that if we can get in touch with our inner self, with our inner soul, then we find new ways of finding inner peace and inner joy, because so often we lose that a little bit. We lose that sense of inner joy as we go through life. But by tapping into our senses, appreciating our sight, our sound, our tastes, then hopefully we can restore some of that. So bearing in mind about inner peace and inner joy, I've just got a few little things before we get into the kinesthetic sense. It's entitled "There is Joy in Just Being," and that having quiet places. For me, I like to go to a retreat house in Thirsk, and it's like just lovely to have that little time away. It recharges my batteries. It's like a bolt hole for me. I usually go 2 or 3 times a year. Unfortunately, at the moment we can't because of lockdown. But hopefully it'll be waiting there for me in the new year at some point. So we can have quiet spaces to go to recharge our batteries. If we cannot get away, because sometimes we can't, then we can recreate quiet spaces in the day, such as going for a nature walk in a park or by the sea, or mini meditations in a busy day, just like little snapshots where you can just have like that moment of creative visualization where you can visualize a flower or a tree or something that is comforting and helpful to you, and you can just see it across your brow, and that can help you to cope with the demands of the day. I think being is as important as doing, but we have to make time for that. Being is as important as action. We have to make that time, but activity can spring from this. A clearer mind of what to do, what course of action we should take, often arises from the stillness. So that is something worth thinking about. So now moving on to the kinesthetic sense. Don't know whether you'll have heard of this one before or not, but it's the ability to sense the position and movement of our limbs and our trunk. It's more mysterious than the other senses, as we are largely unaware of it in our daily activities and lives. We use this sense when involved in physical activity or exercise, and it's usually automatic responses, and that's why we're not so aware of it. It's like when you get into a car. I'm not a driver, but if you are, if you open the door, you get in, you don't think about what shall I do, which leg should I put in first. It's just something that you do automatically. Turn the ignition on, get it going. This is something which is just an automatic response. Walking, exercise, again, you don't think which foot do I put in front of the other. You just start. You just put your feet in front of the other without thinking about it. So that's like the kinesthetic sense, an automatic response to do with movement. So I thought it would be nice. If we do a little meditation, bringing in the kinesthetic sense, and often through exercise. So if you just want to maybe close your eyes, put your feet on the ground, and just know we are protected by the earth. You might like to just do this little meditation with me. And so you are swimming. You feel the sensation of weightlessness as your body glides through the water. You are free and happy, and all is well. Now we turn our attention to dancing. You experience the rhythm of the dance throughout your body. You feel the energy. You are alive. And you have joy. And now we are walking or running along the beach. You sense every movement of your muscles. The waves are lashing against the sand. You are at peace and content. And as this is all about movement, we picture moving to and fro on a garden swing. Or rocking back and forth on a rocking chair. And with these two things, you have the sensation of lightness and freedom. And so we take all these movements and go with the flow of life. Go with the tide, not against it, and go with your own internal flow. You are at one with yourself. And so we start our comeback. Be aware of your feet on the ground. Gently shake our feet and our fingers. And when ready, we open our eyes. We open our eyes. Hello, we're back. Well, that was just a little meditation all about the kinesthetic sense and movement and how it can affect us, bring us peace and joy. So the senses, in conclusion, the senses are all about touching, keying into ourselves, connecting, which I mentioned in the introduction, connecting with ourselves, noticing by connecting with nature, and using those things to enhance our daily living, to bring contentment, peace and joy. Let's not forget joy. So I'll just briefly read out a little conclusion. I hope the course has helped you to see it's about enjoying our senses and with taking notice, enjoying, that we can then appreciate more fully the world we're in and also the world we are a part of. We're part of this wonderful world. I know it's difficult at the moment because of the lockdown and the tier system. It's worth holding on to, that the world will become good again. And it is good within ourselves by tuning in to our senses. By tapping in to our inner soul, this brings an enrichment. Our lives become richer. And it also adds colour. It also adds colour and vitality to our lives. So I sincerely hope some of what we've said in this course will continue to help and aid us both now and in future times. Thank you for taking part, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye bye.